Happy holidays from New to Medical Device Sales. Just wanted to take a moment to just say happy holidays from all of us here at New to Medical Device Sales. Thank you to everyone for all of your support. We're hoping that you're all getting to spend this special season with people that you love, making memories, because there's nothing better. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been a part of our journey up to this point and where we're going in the future. Hope you all have a great 2024 and start 2025 strong.
Welcome back to New to Medical Device Sales. I am your host, Jacob McLaughlin, and we are coming to you today all rested up because got the opportunity over the Thanksgiving weekend to go over to Switzerland, go eat my croissants and have a cappuccino. If you guys haven't followed along on the journey, that is one of my favorite things to do is go to Europe and drink their good coffee and then go eat their croissants. So a little bummed it wasn't Italy. I didn't have pistachio croissants. But again, as we always say, you guys don't care. So we'll actually get into what you guys want to listen to today. Why I'm writing this and why I even mentioned us taking that trip is when I take these trips and when I go to Europe and I travel, first off, you see the world differently. And I always want to encourage you all to go do that for your life, whether it's now or in the future when you financially are able to, because that's one of the things that's really helped me grow, not only as a person, but also just in business and sales. And you just start seeing the world differently, which you can't really even put a price on. And it lets you come back and you start seeing, wow, there's opportunity literally everywhere. Just to give you guys an idea, like went to a Christmas market in Switzerland. My girlfriend, that's where she wanted to go. So we went and it was a great time. And there was a little pizza place and not kidding, they were 15 francs, which is a little more than like $17, $18, $19 in American, but they were there. We showed up at like 11 and then we went home and then we came back and we were there at 7 o'clock. And every time we were there was a line, and I can guarantee you guys, they did 3, 4, 5,000 francs in that day, right? And if you added that over 10 days, it's like they made $150,000 to $200,000 by selling pizzas, right? And so the reason I'm just saying that, hopefully that can just be like, maybe you guys go start a pizza company. I don't know. But the reason I'm saying this is it makes you think differently. Now, when I was on my flight, we had multiple different flights, and one of them was that I wrote this on was, it was a 7.5 hour flight. We flew from Philly to Zurich. And while I was in there, it was middle of the night. That's when I usually get creative, is early in the morning or like late at night, just put my headphones in. And I was just writing like, what's one of the most common things I get asked? And it's the 30, 60, 90 day plan. And it's, when do you guys use the 30, 60, 90 day plan? And so I wanted to come on here just to give you guys some advice on when to use the 30, 60, 90 day plan. What is the 30, 60, 90 day plan and why would you even use it? So first off, what is a 30, 60, 90 day plan and why is it used in medical device sales? So a 30, 60, 90 day plan is a plan that's telling what you're doing in the job for the first 30, 60, 90 days. I know, groundbreaking. But the reason we use that is, why would we tell people what we're doing in the first 30, 60, 90 day plan? In the first 30, 60, 90 days on a job? Well, these companies want to know that you're actually coming in, you're being proactive, and you actually have a plan of what you're going to do when you come into the company, not just be reactive and just sit there and get told what to do. And so that's one of the big things that comes into it. A common mistake that I see is people using this at the wrong time. And so I've talked to our members inside the New to Medical Device Sales program. And I've talked to a lot of people just via phone call, but I wanted to make this so you all had the opportunity to understand why and when you would use a 30, 60, 90 day plan. So again, why? It's showing what you're going to do for the first 30, 60, 90 day plans. But here's the big thing. When do you use it? Well, what most people will do is they'll be like, Jacob, I went to your website because we give one for free. You can go in, put your email, and you'll get an example of a 30, 60, 90 day plan. What you can use, or you can at least see how the format is, and then you can go make your own. Because then they'll go and they'll be like, hey, I had the first meeting with the manager and I used it. Or I had the meeting with HR and the first interview and I used it. And it's like, well, that was silly. Don't do that. And they always say why. And so I wanted to explain why you don't want to use a 30, 60, 90 day plan in the first interview or the first meeting. You in the first 30, 60, 90 day, in your 30, 60, 90 day plan, you're explaining what you're going to do in the first 30, 60, 90 days of the job. Well, that's actually saying that you have the job, which is actually saying that you've made it far enough to be considered to have the job. But what many of the people do is they go and bring it on the first meeting. And it's like, that is the equivalent of, and I always bring it back to dating because it all makes you guys laugh and it for some reason hits. That's the equivalent of me going on a first coffee date. I sit down with a girl and I say, hey, here's our 5-year plan. Here's the house we're going to live in. Here's the kids' names we're going to have. And these are going to be the animals and the picture of everything we're going to look like. And they're going to look at me and be like, you freak, get away from me, throw coffee on me and run away. The reason I'm making that joke is it's the equivalent of you going into a hiring manager and you saying, hey, here, I'm the best, give me a job. They're like, I don't know you. The first meeting really is just for you guys to get to know them. I would say like a vibe check so you guys can understand it. Do they even like you? Do they want to work with you? Do they see you as a good fit on their team? They want to just get to know who they're getting on the team. But when you come in with a 30, 60, 90 day plan on the very first meeting, well, they're like, you haven't even made it to like the actual real interview rounds. You haven't actually met with the team. You haven't actually done panels. You haven't done whatever it is, but you haven't made it. So you use the 30, 60, 90 day plan at the end of an interview process, not the beginning. And why that is because you want to be able to show at the end, why would they choose you and what is different about you than any other person that they'd be working with? And so I just wanted to come on here and let you guys really know of like, hey, a 30, 60, 90 day plan is strategic. We've made other podcasts that we talk about, hey, 30, 60, 90 day plan and your business plan and all the stuff. But then my laugh is people will be like, well, I used it on this time. And it goes back to, I tell you guys when to use certain things. And it goes back to no different than I tell our members, what I tell our team at New to Medical Device Sales. There's the difference between playing notes and making music. You can play a lot of notes, but if you do it at the wrong time on the wrong beat, in the wrong section, it's not going to sound good. Making music is playing the right notes on the right beat at the right time in the right order. It's no different than breaking into medical device sales. You have to use this as a strategic plan. And again, you using it at the first plan kind of shows that you're inexperienced and you don't know what you're doing, because that's you saying, hey, I know I'm going to have a job, and you haven't even made it to a second or third round interview, right? And so just understand, you use the 30, 60, 90 day plan at the end to let them know what you're going to be doing in the first 30, 60, 90 days of getting hired. And then the last piece I want to just say that is, again, going back to, you're working with hiring managers and everyone's going to take it a little different. And most people will just be like, this person's a little inexperienced. But what some might take it as is you're so cocky that you think you're good enough to be considered for a 30, 60, 90 day plan that you think you're going to get the job, and you haven't even made it to a second or a third round. And so again, that's not every manager. You don't know how they're going to take it, but that's why you guys have to know when to use a 30, 60, 90 day plan, a business plan, when you go through this order, and when to pull it out and when's the appropriate time. Right? Because also what people will hear is like, oh, you say business plan, I put it together, which many people don't know how to put a correct business plan, especially like what we always talk about is you want to come in at over 6 figures. Well, there's a way to put a business plan to come in over 6 figures. It's not just, making a couple slides and putting it together. But then also what people will do is they'll be like, well, I did what you said on the very first interview. And it's like, well, great. So you showed all your cards on the very first call and you didn't even move to a second call. Maybe you came off a little overbearing. Maybe you came off a little strong. Maybe you came off that you couldn't read a situation and you're coming in and saying that I'm going to do this for your company or do all the stuff, and you don't even know what they're selling. You don't even know what the day in the life looks like. And so I just wanted to make this episode, it's very quick, but I wanted to make it for you all to know that when you use a 30, 60, 90 day plan, it does matter. When you make a business plan, do all the stuff, it does matter. And just understand there is a difference between playing notes and playing music. And that's the difference of you guys getting hired in med device sales and you guys reaching out and being in 10, 15, 20 different applications that you sent in and not getting a response back, or you got 1 or 2 interviews and you didn't move to a second or third round. Because it's not that you guys don't have what it takes, it's you guys are just playing a bunch of notes instead of actually playing music. If you guys are needing a 30, 60, 90 day plan, or you wanted to know what a 30, 60, 90 day plan even looks like, and you can go to our website at New to Medical Device Sales. You can literally put your email in. We give one away for free because I just want to be able to help you guys. But understand, I wanted to make this episode so you actually know when to use it, compared to people will go to our website, they see that, they take it, and then I'll get a message and be like, oh, I used it on the very first interview, and then shocker, they didn't move on. And it's just making sure that you know when to use the resources that you have available to you. And just understand it's something that you're going to have. So I just wanted to make this to, again, continue to provide value to you all, is use the 30, 60, 90 day plan at the end, not at the beginning, because otherwise you might look like a silly goose. Again, also, you might do it and they might love it. But just from doing this with thousands of people, I would not suggest you do it at the beginning. Hopefully this was helpful. If you found this helpful and you think someone else could benefit from it, please send it to them. And if you can press that like and subscribe button, it really would help us out. Keep going after your goals. Keep chasing your dream of breaking into medical device sales. And if you found this helpful, make sure to check out some of our other podcasts that can help you too.